What's going on, YouTubers? It's the Natural Born Thriller, and welcome everyone to Impact Wrestling Review. The show I'll be talking about what pertains to results from Salute to the Troops. This was taken back in April 12th, 2019, and they decided to air it on Impact Plus. I try to remember it was about 2 weeks ago it was on that show. I mean, on their site basically, what pertains to a lot of great content for Impact Plus. It's their own version of the WWE Network, New Japan World, Honor Club, well, pertains to Ring of Honor. So yeah, Impact. At that time it was called Global Wrestling Network, but now they decided to call it Impact Plus, which it took them 2 years to finally come up with a name to change it, since they're not using the name Global Force Wrestling anymore. But hey, at least you can say they have an identity. I mean, I talked about this before, but still. But yeah, but they were in Fort Campbell, Kentucky, at the Fort Campbell Army Post. It was also featured on Twitch TV. So yeah, I'm gonna give you Impact Wrestling Impact Salute to the Troops. Let's get to it. The opening match was, oh, by the way, your commentators were Scott Domoy and Josh Matthews, known down Callis, which is a shame, because we had to deal with Josh Matthews' commentary. Yeah, I know how I feel about Josh Matthews. But as far as the first match was, basically it's the way to support the troops, to pay homage, respect to those that serve our country for the good old USA. So salute to the troops. And by the way, this is a tribute to the troops done better, unlike with WWE. Now WWE they do on their own way of support the troops, what pertains to exploitation and shoving it down your throats about, oh, look how great we are when it pertains to supporting the troops. The way they do it is just do it for money and to make themselves look good, not to make the army base or the troops look good. In a way, the wrestlers do make them feel good. It's the company is the problem. But with this one, it was done well. It was done very well. No expectations, no shoving down your throats. It was just a good show to get to enjoy. What pertains to support, show, to entertain the troops, and for those that are family to those troops, know that. So, there you go. But yeah, so let's get to the show now. For the Impact Exhibition Championship Fatal 4-Way match, Rich Swann defends it against Caleb Conley, Ace Austin, and Jeremiah Pluckett. I guess I say it. Rich Swann, obviously, he was pretty good in the match. Caleb Conley, he was decent. Ace Austin was pretty good in the match as well. Jeremiah Pluckett, not impressed. He didn't entertain me whatsoever in this match. But Rich Swann is still retaining. I believe he beat Jeremiah or Caleb Conley, and then Ace Austin tried to break it up. Basically, they're really heavily teasing a feud between these two, Rich Swann and Ace Austin, which they should be doing this, by the way. They should be doing that. Hopefully we get to that, instead of Rich Swann and trying to be trash. But yeah, Rich Swann wins the match, and he retains, obviously. We get to Crist Melendez. Let me say that again. Crist Melendez, who used to be part of TNA Wrestling. And he still wrestles, but he just wrestles for TNA. Only I guess we're these type of shows. Maybe he will, but other than that, he hasn't. He has not wrestled for TNA for a long ass time. And I blame this Carter at the time. Just saying. But he goes up against Sami Callihan. Sami Callihan cuts a promo about the troops and to the fans in the crowd, about the sworn eagle, and he's like, more like the puking or choking chickens. Which I did laugh at. But yeah, it's just him being a heel, entertaining. Obviously, he doesn't really mean that, but he's just being a heel. So in a way, it's gotta be a payoff here, where it pertains to the same kind of disrespecting the crowds. Where it pertains to salute to the troops, right? So yeah, it was. So the match began, it was a decent match with Chris Melendez winning the match, and there you go. It was basically the fans get back, and for Chris Melendez get back too. Yeah, for those who know who Chris Melendez is, Chris Melendez who's got a prosthetic leg because he lost his leg during a battle. He was serving for our country. So salute to Chris Melendez, still doing his thing and still living life and still being on his 2 feet. And yes, like I said, he lost his leg, but the prosthetic leg is what's keeping him on his feet. So salute to the veteran for serving our country, to Chris Melendez. Thank you for your time, and thank you for keeping our freedom still intact. Then we get to a 2-on-1 handicap match with Moose defeating the Rascals, which was Trey and Wentz. I didn't enjoy this match. I thought this match was too long. It was nothing but comedy relief, and some comedy relief some comedy skits that they were doing in the match. It made no sense. I just didn't. I couldn't enjoy this match. I didn't find this entertaining whatsoever. So, and my favorite part of the match though was that that it ended with Moose winning. So, there you go. Then we get to Eddie Edwards versus Bram. We haven't seen Bram in a while, right? So, Bram and Eddie Edwards have a match. They went on for a good 3 to 4 minutes, and then all of a sudden Bram got himself disqualified. I'm saying, so wait a minute, what was the point of that match then? And then he leaves Bram, and then Eddie Edwards gets on the microphone and says, no, I came here for a fight, so let's turn this into a street fight. And then the match restarted into a street fight. I'm like, okay, cool, good. Hey, I was also crap on that one, but after seeing what they did there, I'm like, yeah, they got me back on track here. So the match began. They used a steel chair, a trash can, and what type of weapons as well. Eddie Edwards used I think he made Miss Kenny at one point, the candlestick. And in the end, Eddie Edwards is win the match. In what I thought it was a pretty good match, a pretty good street fight. So there you go. Then we get to the Impact World Championship. That's what they say it was. With Brian Cage defending it against Crist. And Crist was being accompanied by Sami Callihan. Now here's the thing too. They said it's for the Impact World Championship, but here's the problem. During the time on April 12 of 2019, Brian Cage was not the Impact World Champion. And if I recall, wasn't Brian Cage injured? The whole storyline where Brian Cage is injured. That's the thing that pissed me off about this whole match. Not the match itself. Brian Cage and Crist, it was good. The problem is, for this match, what pertains to it, Josh Matthews' commentary. The commentary was not from back in it was not back in April 12. This was they felt like this was a commentary for wherever they uploaded the they decided to finally upload the match on their Impact Plus site. So in a way, Josh Matthews was commentating live while this match was way back from April 12th. I'm saying to myself, what a fucking dumbass way to do a commentary, do a live commentary to a show that was back in April. So, and then when Josh Matthews on commentary say, hey, Crist could beat Brian Cage, he could say he could beat the world champion and all that, and blah blah blah. Like, he was never the world champion back in April. This is so fucking stupid. And fuck Josh Matthews for that. Oh, speaking of which, what pertains to Josh Matthews on commentary during the Eddie Edwards match, I think it's before the match, basically, where he said, the Candlestick Kenny, he's got his own Twitter account. I say to myself, why the fuck should I give a fuck about a Candlestick having his own Twitter account? So another way for Josh Matthews to be fucking garbage on commentary, but bringing that shit up. Like we care about a Candlestick as a fucking Twitter candle. Who cares? But back to the match. Like I said, Brian Cage and Crist was having a very good match, and at one point Sami Callihan was taken out of the match because he kept interfering. Referee escorted him out. So the match began. Continuing on while Sami Callihan at ringside. and in the end, Brian Cage wins the match. Basically, in a way, he was going to win anyways because Josh Matthews basically gave it away anyways. Fucking idiot. Fucking garbage. Then we get Madison Rayne defeating Calla Young. Nothing else to say about that. I thought the match was solid, but as soon as I saw Madison Rayne on the show, I'm like saying to myself, yeah, she's gonna win, because she always wins. Excuse me. We get to the War Kings, which is Crimson and Jack Dane versus OVE, which is Madman Fulton and Dave Crist. Now, Dave Crist cut a promo what pertains to the people, for this whole Salute to the Troops show, and then he talked about the War Kings, basically crapping on them and everything. So the match happens. I thought it was a pretty solid tag team match, where the War Kings ends up winning the match. So basically, OVE, talking a lot of trash to the troops, not just to the troops, but to the families that support the troops and everything. And they end up losing. It was a payoff for them for talking trash to the people that are serving our country. Then we get to the main event: Johnny B. Trash versus Crazy Steve. And nothing about Josh Matthews on what pertains to his commentary, what pertains to Crazy Steve. He says when you think of Crazy Steve, you think of the Menagerie. The Menagerie. The same menagerie that Vince Russo created back in the days where TNA was having the worst issues they could ever have, what pertains to money, viewerships, and on top of that, losing talents after talents and everything. And on top of that, Vince Russo is a fucking piece of trash. Come up with a dumbass idea like the Menagerie. But I'll give this one though. At least for what pertains to the Menagerie, we got Rebel, who ends up not being in TNA anymore, and Crazy Steve being part of Decay, which is not there anymore either. And by the way, and Scott Demore, props to him, because he called out Josh Matthews by saying, when you think of Crazy Steve, you think of Menagerie. You don't think of him being Rosemary of Decay. I'm like, exactly. Why the fuck should we give a fuck about the Menagerie when you should be talking about Crazy Steve, who was more high profile in a faction called Decay? Who cares about the Menagerie? We want to forget about the Menagerie. And the fact that Josh Matthews brought that up just goes show you that Josh Matthews pulls over pieces of trash that TNA did back then, because the Menagerie was fucking trash. But as far as the match itself, I thought it was a good match. A good main event match. Back and forth between Crazy Steve and Johnny Impact. But before the match, by the way, Johnny B. Trash was cutting a promo. I couldn't understand what type of promo he tried to cut. But basically, insulted the people in Kentucky, I meant to say. And then he starts cutting more promo of it during the beginning of the match, where he's like, you know what, I'm leaving, guys. You don't deserve me and all that. Where like, then go then. You lose the match then. I don't care. But the match, Christian ends up bringing him back into the match. Match, like I said, it was a good match, back and forth and all that. And then Johnny B. Trash, I guess he was trying to cheat at one point, but then he ends up, ends up winning the match either way by cheating. And after the match, he starts high-fiving fans. And I said, wait a minute, you were just crapping on the fans before, and then all of a sudden, when you win the match, you got out of the ring and you start giving a high five to fans. What? And I said, wait a minute. So OVE, they could talk shit about the people, and Salute to the Troops. What pertains to the fans and the crowds and all that. But when Johnny B. Trash does that, he wins. What? What the fuck? Why is he fucking winning every time? He wins everything. You telling me Sammy Callahan couldn't win? You telling me that, Madman Fulton and Dave Crist couldn't win? Well, Jay Crist, I figured he was going to win anyways, but because Brian Cage. But still, they lost because they were talking trash to the people in Salute to the Troops. But Johnny B. Trash does that, and he wins. That was fucking bullshit. Talking about wrestling, for Impact Wrestling, what pertains to Salute to the Troops. Eight matches. My overall rating for the show, 4 out of 10. Now, in fact, the show was good though, despite some negative stuff I was talking about. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. In fact 7. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Just to be fair. Yeah, so I thought I thought it was a good show. But it was weird how the commentary was live, and meanwhile this show wasn't even taped. This show was not even a live show. It was taped back in April, but the commentators were talking were talking on commentary like they were doing a live show. Basically, it was a live commentary during a show that was taped back in April. But whatever. But yeah, 7 out of 10. And with that being said, folks, thank you all for watching. For It's Natural Born Thriller, saying peace on the streets. For this was your Impact Wrestling review, what pertains to Salute to the Troops. God bless America. Take care.